On the 12th of May, the government published immigration white paper called Restoring Control over Immigration System. This document sets out a lot of proposals the government intends to implement to reduce net immigration and also to make it harder for people to move and settle in UK. So since that publication, there's been a lot of changes. So the government went further to publish some statement of change, and also some changes kicked in, on the 22nd of July 2025. Of those proposals, the most talked about one is indefinite leave to remain, also known as ILR and or settlement, if you like. So basically, one of the proposal on this is that the government proposed to extend the qualifying period of indefinite leave to remain from 5 years to 10 years. So at the time of this proposal, there were questions asked. People weren't sure whether when this proposal will kick in, whether it will affect people that are already in UK or people that will be arriving later in UK. What pathway would it affect? In what form would these changes take effect? So those questions, some of them were answered. So today's video will be looking at that. We'll be looking at that proposal, whether anything have changed since this proposal. Now we do know that the changes that came into effect on the 22nd of July, so kind of covered quite a lot of things. So we'll be looking at today, has anything changed in terms of this extension of ILR since the proposal? But before going any further, just to say that this video, as always, a disclaimer contains information only. It does in no way represent legal advice. So if you're unsure, I would strongly suggest that you do your own due diligence and seek advice on your particular situation. So with that being said, let's just continue with the video. Like I said earlier, on the 12th of May, the government kind of set out a lot of proposal in the immigration white paper. One of them is the one we're talking about. So extension of ILR from 5 years to 10 years. So basically, by default, it will be 10 years. So, has anything changed? For now, we have nothing have changed. So basically, the proposal in terms of what the government intends to do. So, say for example, currently, if for some people, once you meet the 5 years qualifying period, you'll be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain for some pathways. So, but now, the proposal that is that it will extend to 10 years. So what the government is saying that indefinite leave to remain will no longer be based on time, will be based on and settlement. So basically they went further to explain that it will be based also on contributions. So contributions that you make and also point-based system. This approach actually links immigration with economic benefit and integration. So basically, let's look at an example here. I suppose when we're talking about armed settlement, contributions, and point-based system. For example, a skilled worker, senior doctor that is working in UK and in 65,000 per year and also volunteering in the community may be able to qualify a lot sooner, because one of the proposal is that some people, some pathway, some people may be able to qualify a lot sooner than the others, maybe based on their contribution. And also another example would be like a skilled worker, maybe someone that is on global talent, an engineer that have an award or a contract, may be able to fast track their indefinite leave to remain based on their you know and settlement, if you like, or contribution or point basis. And so, but this is just me speculating. So, in terms of how this will pan out, how the point base points will be calculated, how the contribution thing, we don't know yet. So, I suppose if somebody that is working and paying all the taxes, that might be, taken into account. But this is just mere speculation because we don't know. We might know more about this towards later this year. So with that being said, with the proposal, the government did make it clear there are some that are explicitly exempted from this extension of 10 years. So this will include those that are partners of British citizenship, they are not affected. So even when the changes do come in the extension of to 10 years, they are not affected. Those that are under domestic violence concession, they are not affected pro Brexit rights. So those like, if you like, the what do you call it, pre-settled status, and they are not affected. So when the rule does come in, it will not affect them. So they are completely exempted. So yeah. So basically, in terms of this proposed changes, we don't know much yet. But we do know that there will be consultation towards later this year, and we'll know more about it. So basically, when this proposal, the white paper came out, there was a lot of questions, so was a lot of questions in terms of who will this affect? Will it affect people that are already in UK, or people that will be arriving later? So let's just quickly. So this question was asked to Home Secretary. So the question was, will people already in UK have to wait longer for indefinite leave to remain? So the Secretary answered. This is in her own words. It says, we will set out further details of armed settlement and citizenship reforms later this year, and we will consult, you know, on them. So basically, like I said already, so later this year, they will set out further details, and they will also do consultation regarding it. So, that's why I said we don't know much, nothing much. So we'll wait until this happens. And she went on to say there will be plenty of opportunity for people to comment and consider the detail. So as she said, there will be plenty of opportunity for people to consider, comment and consider the details. So whatever, after their consultation, about the reform, there will be plenty of opportunity for people to comment on, and then, on the and consider the details, whatever reform that will be coming. But it says again that it is important, that we extend the sense of contribution and point-based system to those reforms as well. So basically, yes, like I said, they look into all about and settlement rather than time. So suppose going forward, in terms of qualifying period for indefinite leave to remain, it will no longer be based on that. They're looking at earned interest, they're looking at point-based system. So we don't know how the point-based system will be work out, what details. So we'll wait for further details. I suppose that's what I want to say. So basically, just to quickly recap, in terms of applying for indefinite leave to remain quickly, so suppose if you're due to apply, you still go ahead and apply. But in terms of the changes, the proposal, nothing has come into effect yet anyway. But we do know that some changes might come in. So as it stands now, yes, if you're eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain, as I said, do apply. So position of things in future might be that for you to qualify, you have to meet all those criteria. So in a nutshell, it's no longer going to be only be based on the time, the qualifying time limit. It will be based on other things which we'll know more details about. Now, what we are not sure is whether other pathway, 5 years pathway, to settlement, so other pathways will be affected. But we'll know more about that later when the government puts out further details in terms of this. So I hope this video has been helpful. I just thought I'd do this video because with the changes, a lot of people might be wondering what happened to the proposal. Does it affect me that is already in UK? Will it affect other people? So for that, we don't have any more information on that. Apart to say that if you're to apply for your indefinite leave to remain, just go ahead and do that before the changes comes in. So we don't know what form the changes will take, or which visa route will affect, or which pathway rather that will affect, other than those that are exempted, which already mentioned, and those with pro exit, exit rights, and those under domestic violence concession partners of British citizens, they are completely exempted. So they are not affected whenever this extension happens. So I hope this video have been useful, and if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to my channel. Do share to other people so they will know about this change, because knowing that nothing has changed yet, it's still a mere proposal, but we do know that something might happen later, in the years. So after their consultation, we'll know more in terms of more details of how the earned settlement will work out, what details that will be included in that, and the point-based system. So stay tuned until next time. Bye bye for now.